Worldwide parent coach and conscious educator Sue DeCaro is on a mission to revitalize the joy in parenting. Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a podcast designed to help parents all over the world create deeper connections with themselves and their children while overcoming life's daily parenting challenges. Listen in if you want to bring more laughter, love, and enjoyment to your home life.
Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a place for all things parenting. I am your host, Sue DeCaro. Many times parents come to me wondering why their children aren't waking themselves up in the morning. Perhaps they're preteens or teens, why they aren't making their breakfast, making their lunch, getting their backpacks ready, and being able to get out the door in a timely fashion for school. And when we have a conversation to learn what the morning looks like, many times parents are doing all this work for their children. And one of the big issues with raising children is that we can't expect them to do things that we haven't actually asked them to do or engaged with them in conversation about how this can be done. So, for example, getting up in the morning. We want our children to get up in the morning in a timely fashion so they can make it to school on time. What does that look like for our children? If they are used to us coming in and waking them up 5 or 10 times in the morning, then that's the expectation. Mom and dad are going to come in, or mom's going to come in and wake me up, so they don't need to do anything. This is the scenario, the dance, so to speak, that we have set up with them. So we can't expect anything differently if we haven't actually set up any different expectations. So sitting down with our children and discussing their need and what that would look like to wake themselves up and stepping back is a huge offering for our children. It's offering an opportunity for them to feel empowered. It's offering them an opportunity to figure out what will work best for them. Because when they go to college, we're not going to be waking them up if they do go to college. And perhaps even in high school, you don't want to engage in the activity of waking your child up every day. If you're getting ready yourself, it can be a very difficult and challenging time. And our kids are capable. That's the big thing. Our children are capable of doing many things that we do for them. And as we are helping them with the foundations in life, we also are helping them to create their wings and grow their wings so they're able to fly. So my suggestion is to sit down with your teenagers or your preteens or however old your children are and have these conversations about what it would look like for your child to get out of bed themselves. And again, this isn't from a negative standpoint. It's a positive conversation offering your children an opportunity to find a solution for something that you'd like to step back from. For example, you explain, I think you're really capable of waking up in the morning, perhaps by using an alarm or some other means, and me stepping back and offering you that space to do this for yourself. And ask your child, what would that look like? How would you like to set up the scenario in the morning for you to get out of bed at an hour or a time that suits you in getting ready for school? So this is the first step. Child may say, set an alarm. Perhaps you have to buy them an alarm if they don't already have one. Look at the opportunity to engage with your child and empower them in what this looks like for them. It is amazing what they're capable of doing when we give them the opportunity. When we do for them, we see less of their capabilities. So you can take it a step further. You can ask them about getting ready in the morning. How much time do they think they need to get ready in the morning? And then backtrack with the alarm and the time they get up. I would go so far as to offer them the whole platform of morning and opportunities if it's not too much for them to handle. So once they get up, what else do they need to do in order to get out the door? What does that look like for them? Can they make their own lunch? Can they make their own breakfast? Pack their own book bag? And again, this is based on the ages and stages of your children and the maturity level. Each child grows in a different fashion and at a different pace, so gauge what your child is capable of doing at this particular time in their life, and then offer them the opportunity. You are there to guide and support them, but you're also empowering them to rely on their own capabilities. Imagine for a child how it feels when they are able to get themselves up out of bed, get their lunch ready, perhaps make their breakfast, get themselves dressed, pack their book bag, and be on their way. Even get into the car in a timely fashion or make the school bus. Without a lot of hoopla, a lot of screaming, a lot of calling, a lot of parental involvement in the morning routine. This is a huge opportunity for your children to shine, for your children to feel empowered and capable on their own. And these tasks don't take a whole lot other than sitting down with our children and planning and engaging and talking about what this would look like. And once we do that, then we can step back and watch. Sure, you can guide them in areas that maybe they haven't quite learned yet, or give a few gentle suggestions, or ask them if something doesn't work, how they might be able to empower themselves by trying something different. So if one alarm does not work to get them up because they like to hit snooze, perhaps they need 2 alarms. It's not an unusual thing in our day and age. One alarm can be across the room, the other alarm can be next to them. But this is how we solve situations, by working with our children side by side. We guide them, we help them, we support them, but we also offer them the platform to grow and rise in a way that supports themselves. Imagine how this would feel for your children by giving them this opportunity. And these types of things can be used in so many ways to empower our children to find solutions in their everyday lives by sitting and having these positive conversations. What do you need from yourself to be able to get up in the morning, to be able to pack your lunch, be to school on time? You can have the same conversation about evening routines, about homework, about getting what needs to be done. So my suggestion is, look to your children for solutions and ideas. Empower your children. Help them by standing next to them, being their guide, their usher, their support system, as opposed to doing for them and not seeing what they're capable of doing for themselves. Thank you for joining me. Remember, every moment is a new moment for conscious connections.
Thanks for listening to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, rate, and review at iTunes or wherever you listen in. And be sure to visit DeCaroParentCoaching.com for a free download of 10 ways to connect with your child.